From scary close calls to natural disasters and a few sinister plans, all caught on camera. Here is part 2 of the top 10 scary dashcam recordings no one was supposed to see. Starting off in our number 10 spot, we have the ambush. This dashcam video is one that captures a sort of terrifying ambush. The video shows someone driving on what looks like a sort of exit ramp when all of a sudden people start coming out of nowhere and there appears to be a sort of makeshift barrier made of tree branches meant to prevent the driver from being able to continue on. This is honestly one of those videos that unlocks a new fear I didn't even know that I had. The driver ended up being able to get away relatively unharmed, but I'm sure absolutely frightened. I'm glad they had the dashcam on to capture exactly what happened on that scary evening. In our number 9 spot today, we have the Landslide. This video is one that comes from China from April 4th, 2016. During this time, there was apparently very heavy rainfall. Alone, that isn't too much of a problem, but that is certainly not the case in this scary dashcam footage. Here, this rainfall ended up triggering a landslide that was just seconds away from burying this car. It seems as though the driver in the car with the camera must have known something was about to happen because of the fact that they are slowly backing up. Thank goodness that person quickly passing by was able to brake fast enough that they just missed the slide entirely. In our number 8 spot today, we have the Seance. This video is said to be taken from a police dashcam, which is probably like the mecca when it comes to creepy things caught on dashcams, but this one in particular is unlike anything I've ever seen before. This video comes from June 27th, 2015, and it shows an officer driving down a dark roadway in the middle of the night. He turns down a dirt road, but just right as he turns, he comes across a woman just standing there alone with her arms folded and a small fire at her feet. She doesn't move for a moment before flinging her arms right out open wide. Her head is flung back and there is some sort of weird light flickering in her mouth, and I'm not gonna lie, it feels like we just stumbled upon some sort of satanic ritual. In our number 7 spot today, we have the sticks. This dashcam video comes from November of 2013. It starts off by showing a lone driver at night driving on what looks like a dark highway. Nothing too out of the ordinary, mostly just an eerie situation, but all of that changes suddenly. There's just a huge bundle of sticks thrown out into the road. Thankfully, the person at the wheel, although clearly startled, reacts well and is totally fine. Here's the thing though, where did those sticks come from? Sure, it could have maybe been like a gust of wind or something, but that just seems a little too convenient. No? In our number 6 spot today, we have the clown. It doesn't matter how you spin it, clowns out of clown context are scary. I mean, remember that random killer clown phase where people would just go out dressed up as clowns to freak people out? Yeah, it was terrifying. Most people just wanted to have a little spooky fun, but some others wanted to take things a step further and actually commit some sinister crimes. It's kind of hard to tell the difference when it's just people dressed up as a clown. It is possible you're wondering why I'm talking about clowns, but of course this all ties back into a dashcam video. It is said that this video was caught on camera as a family was just trying to drive home. Finally, after driving in reverse for a while, they shifted back into drive and just went straight forward, forcing the clown to get out of the way. In our number 5 spot today, we have the gigantic spider. Spider haters beware, you're not gonna like this one. I'm just gonna let you watch some of the clip first and then we can discuss. Yeah, just a short clip, but depending on if the dress is blue or gold, you might have seen this spider as a terrifyingly large creature right out of a sci-fi flick, and you might be wondering why that officer isn't running for the hills. Well, if you're like me and saw this sort of optical illusion, you'll be pleased to know that this is just a smaller spider that is walking across the front of the window, just right in front of the camera for us all to have a glorious view of its creepy crawliness. In our number 4 spot today, we have the close call. Close calls are just one of those things that makes the hair on the back of my neck stand up. They're close calls so everyone's okay, but it's just so frightening to see things that could have gone so much worse. This one comes from Life Trucking in 2014. The dashcam captured what was going on in front of it, of course, which was just like a car driving beside a semi. You know, the perfect final destination scenario. What happens next is definitely unexpected. exploded. Seriously, that would be so terrifying for the people in the car. I don't know what exactly happened here. Maybe there was some sort of a shift in the cargo that resulted in this off-balance situation, but whatever exactly it was, I'm just glad that it wasn't way worse. In our number 3 spot today, we have the strike. Mother Nature is not known to mess around, and this video is proof of that. Usually there are warning signs before some kind of disaster strikes, but sometimes it just likes to come seemingly out of a clear blue sky. This video comes from a quiet neighborhood that definitely wasn't expecting this out of nowhere lightning strike. Like, the sky is clear, the birds are chirping, and then all of a sudden, what in the world? Apparently this is a sort of weather phenomena where a lightning bolt travels out from the back of a storm cloud that had recently passed through. Well, good to know that even though you think you might have survived the storm, there could still be something lurking out there waiting for the right time to strike. In our number 2 spot today, we have the intersection. This dash cam shows someone slowly driving up to an intersection when they come across a car that is parked right in the middle of it. Definitely not a normal situation, but at this point maybe it's nothing, maybe it's someone who needs help, and maybe something more sinister is going on. The driver slowly approaches the scene, and this is when he sees a person. This man just walks in front of the car so that he can't proceed and just stands there, put up, looking creepy as heck. The driver does what any sane person would do and just quickly maneuvers around this person and speeds the heck off, because what in the world is going on? It definitely can't be anything good. Apparently the person in this car tried to call his wife, who is said to have been driving down the same road just a minute behind him, but she didn't get the call in time and experienced the same frightening thing. Thankfully they were both able to get away and they're both okay, but to this day they don't know what intentions that creepy man had. In our number 1 spot today, we have the accident. This dashcam video is a bit of an older one. It comes from 2005, but I swear it is so worth it. This is another police dashcam vid, and this time it captures the aftermath of a train accident that turns into something even bigger. The video starts out with a pretty dark view, nothing really too interesting, and you can just hear voices talking over the radio. Suddenly, however, as the cruiser backs up a bit, the picture starts to get a little brighter. The voices on the radio are explaining how there was an explosion after the accident, and now things are on fire and it's only growing. The rest of the footage shows the police car backing up as it captures this huge fire that continuously grows to a level I don't think anyone was expecting. Videos like this really just go to show how quickly these things can get out of control and just how dangerous it all really is. Alright guys, that has been our list for today. Thanks so much for checking it out. I've been your host today, Olivia Kozlowski, and I'll see you next time. Bye!